So here we are at the UNHCR website, the UN Refugee Agency, it's called. And so I've come here as a Ukrainian, right? And what I'd like to figure out is how do I get into the United States since they're kind of responsible for destroying my country. So how do I get in there and enjoy all of the, benefits of a citizen and enjoy all of the things that have been established by, many years of enslavement of the Black Americans and as well of, taxpayers building up infrastructure. How do I walk in today and get all of the benefits? So I'm just going to type in Ukraine as a search term and it's not coming up. So I'm not trying to get involved, right? I'm trying to benefit. So emergencies, that's for sure what I'm going through. Ukraine emergency, that's me. So Ukraine emergency and donate. I'm not trying to donate. I'm trying to utilize this. So this doesn't seem very helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna try the prefix help before UNHCR.org. I'm gonna add the word help because I did see that link on the Department of State website. Okay, so here I am and I need help, right? And I'm from Ukraine, so I'm just gonna search Ukraine. Okay, are these languages? It says select or search your country. Okay, I'm gonna put Ukraine, that's me. Okay, I'm gonna need this in English. Cool. Go to site. Help for war affected people. That's me. If you are an internally displaced person in Ukraine, no, I'm in Poland. If you are a returnee in Ukraine, I don't know what that means. If you are a refugee, a person granted complimentary protection as an asylum seeker in Ukraine. Okay, if you are fleeing Ukraine and are in need of information and support, yeah, let's try that one. Okay, so if you're fleeing Ukraine, for persons inside Ukraine, we advise you to stay informed, keep a copy of your documents in a safe place. Right. If you're fleeing the war in Ukraine and coming to EU, I'm trying to come to America. What's going on? Okay, for Ukrainians traveling to or present in other countries. Okay, I'm in Poland. Okay. Yeah, but I'm trying to get to America though. Oh, the US is scamming here. This is crazy. USA. Okay, America, United States. I just did. You can't see the search function, but I just did a couple search functions to see where the United States option is, which it doesn't really seem to exist. It seems to be hidden away if it is anywhere. So let's see. Just gonna search United States again. United comes up, but not United States. What about USA? Okay. So this is funny because on the last website that I looked at, the United States Department of State, they directed us here as though that would be a way to come to America as a refugee, but it seems as though there is actually no sincere opportunity that can be found. So pretty much on the home page, if you're an internally displaced person in Ukraine, click here for more information. And what I'm trying to find out is how do I get to America as a refugee, which you would think America would for sure take refugees because that government is driving the refugee crisis. List of organizations providing shelter. Okay, so it seems like it's directing us to NGOs. Yeah, don't know what this is. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now, okay, so we see that that's pretty much fake. The American government is actually not looking to take any significant number of Ukrainians. And I think that's precisely why we can see on these less popular websites, non-mainstream news, it talks about how Ukrainians are actually making it into the United States. It does note that Biden references a sponsorship program, Uniting for Ukraine, that supposedly would welcome in 100K of the displaced Ukrainians. However, those things seem a bit bureaucratic and slow, especially when people are dropping, bombs, etc., on your homeland, and destroying all that you own. So, what are Ukrainians actually doing? Well, Border Patrol, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, that is, processed a record 3,274 Ukrainians in March alone. That's in a single month, representing over a 1,000% rise compared to the previous month. That should be of concern because this was at the Mexico border. And these people are not Latinos, they're not Hispanohablantes. And so it's clarifying that the entire world sees the American southern border as basically a free-for-all, and it is. And so they've went there and been able to come into the United States, thereby showing that our legal processes are either ineffective, slow, or they don't believe that they're going to work for them as an individual, and so they take the illegal route. You're actually incentivizing illegality, and you're discouraging use of the proper channels because the illegal way is more efficient, right? Now, granted, if someone applies legally and they get rejected, yeah, sure, they're going to try the illegal route, and that's precisely why our borders need to be secure. Anyways, U.S. immigration officials have reportedly processed 15,000 undocumented Ukrainians in the past 3 months, most of whom have arrived at the southern border. Now, here's the funny thing. We claim that we're fighting, danger from those who want to take our freedom. And we have the foolish bureaucrats, whether it's in American airports or Heathrow or Gatwick, searching us up like animals. But they're doing that to protect us, but somehow they let strangers come in the southern border. That doesn't make any sense now, does it? These governments, wildly concerning their behaviors. In March, U.S. officials at border checkpoints were instructed to consider granting U.S. entry to Ukrainians under humanitarian exemption to the Title 42 pandemic restrictions. However, Biden officials have said that the border agents will no longer process Ukrainians who lack the necessary travel documents from April 25. Yeah. Now, it seems like from a policy perspective, the Biden administration is doing a lot of double talk, and they don't seem to be very sympathetic to the Ukrainian people. It seems that this entire ploy is to strike at the Russians, but not really, give any significant care and concern to the plight of the everyday Ukrainian, who probably, among all parties involved, is suffering the very most, for sure. Honoring commitment to Ukraine. Let's read that. President Biden said, what he said, it will ensure that the U.S. honors its commitment once the sponsorship program officially opens for applications. How many years into this war are we? It hasn't officially opened for applications? That's concerning. Ah, boy. Well, there you go. That's the situation.